Welcome back, everyone, to part 36 of Immortal Way of Life. We are in the Deep Hell Sea. I entered an island trying to find this event, and here we go. Some soul bodies hurriedly flew past you. You flew forward and asked about any news of that apotropaic magic. Do you know where it's located? They originally had gloomy faces, but after seeing you are a deity, I love it, they became respectful. If Senior wishes to eliminate this demon, that it's truly fortunate for us. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any of the magic, otherwise we could have helped you. Plus 15 progress, I believe I'm missing 5 now, god damn. Okay, we have to head to another island. There's one down here. Or maybe we can ask one of these cultivators. Yo, Zhang Cheng Feng, what's up? Nothing. He knows nothing as usual. Zhang Feng, you really let me down. There we go. In high altitude, a solid soul body flew past quickly. We inquired about the news. I've come to eliminate the user. Do you know where it is? Well, I've been flying exactly at such high altitude to avoid him, so naturally I haven't seen him. Moreover, he is very elusive. Unless you see it devouring soul bodies with your own eyes, it may be difficult to detect him. Thank you. Plus 15 progress. And well, since we farmed so many jellyfish, we can skip some of the future dialogue, and there is something. Oh, wait. Do I even need to go there first? I may have skipped some dialogue. Let's check out some other islands first. A soul body was searching for something not far away. You flew towards it and asked for information. Like after releasing our deity suppression, he stopped what he was doing. He hasn't seen it. Okay, without collecting enough Shannon Stone, one cannot cultivate on Ghost Island anymore. Plus 20 progress, and I believe we can now head to the main island. Hello island, here we are. After some investigation, you have located the whereabouts of a special nascent soul jellyfish. If this demon is not eradicated, who knows how many more people will suffer. Thinking like this, you activate your technique and attack towards it. Apotropaic magic. Late nascent soul, 20k HP, giant jellyfish. Interesting. Interesting. Let's check out the techniques. If your consciousness is higher than the enemy, there's a chance to increase the skill damage by the amount. You take less metal and sword damage each turn. Pretty simple. We'll just do our usual routine. I believe perfect amount of utilization. We got, okay, he does do the paralysis move, which is like exclusive to all of those jellyfish, but I don't think it should be much of a trouble. Oh my, I actually had too much of the other energy types. That is surprising and very rare. And we kill now. Let's go. Simple enough for us. It suddenly burst back and quickly withdrew. Fellow Daoist, let's stop for now. It seems like there is no irreconcilable enmity between us. A voice directly resounds in your mind. Aren't you a spirit beast? Who are you? I am Daoist He Zhen, an expert. Due to failing my tribulation, my physical body was destroyed. In a moment of desperation, I entered into this deep water jellyfish. May I ask who you are? Why do you have to be my enemy? Well, I was entrusted by the Island Lord to come and eradicate you. Since you are a cultivator, why do you have to devour the souls of those who come and go? Fellow Daos, you might not know. This deep water jellyfish cultivates its soul sense body. Currently, the fastest way is to devour soul bodies. If this body ascends to the realm of deity transformation, I will have the chance to be reborn. Well, even if your cultivation requires it, is it necessary to slaughter souls like this? Well, it is the case I don't have to, but the aptitude of this jellyfish body is very low. Cultivating in seclusion to reach nascent soul stage alone has taken thousands of years. Afterwards, Like, even if I cultivate in seclusion again, there was hardly any progress. Absorbing soul bodies for cultivation over the past 100 years was truly a last resort. Do you think there is any relation between soul bodies and humans? No, a dead person cannot be considered a human. Moreover, if we were to switch places, fellow Daoists, would you be willing to spend your entire life inside a jellyfish? Nope, no chance. If you can't do better, then it's okay for me to do so. I can understand, I'm sure. If I were in your place, I wouldn't find a better solution either. Like, you are using anything at your disposal to like try to advance, and it's acceptable since you aren't hurting humans in itself. As your statement was made, you can feel the tense atmosphere ease up. It's great that you can understand me. However, I have a question for you. May I ask if the Shattered Star Merchant Guild still exists? Yes, it is one of the 3 major guilds. What family currently controls it? Are there still cultivators who use flying needles? It's currently run by the Wu-Tong and Bai family. You spoke about life and death competition, and the voice disappeared for a while. Fellow Daoist, what's the connection between you and the star, like Shattered Star Merchant? It's what you created, wow. But now the Shattered Star Merchant Guild is known by all, and I have wandered around as a jellyfish for 10,000 years. What a world it is. I could help you contact the guild, but it doesn't matter. I doubt anyone remembers me. And furthermore, as an esteemed expert of the Crane sect, if I require the assistance of outsiders to pass this trial, how can I talk about tribulation in the future? Yep, is this tribulation, this heavenly tribulation, so terrifying? Well, I was initially fully prepared. I had pills, I had secret arts and so on, and a land with abundant spiritual energy. But when that thunder calamity arrived, it was much stronger than I previously understood. Maybe it's the suppression of the heavenly Tao, or the place is not suitable for tribulation. Maybe someone's sabotaging me, I still don't know. Since you and I are quite fated, I will give you an opportunity. Before my tribulation, my cultivation cave was nearby. The cave is protected by a array, which would be almost impossible to find without my guidance. There's a white fox in the cave. Please tell it about my situation and ask it to come find me. All of the other loot in there belongs to you. In that case, why don't you head back to your cave yourself? Well, only a mortal cultivator can unravel the maze. And well, he's a jellyfish, so he can't go there. This is my cave. Even if an ordinary nascent soul cultivator comes here, they won't discover anything. You? The Immortal Crane expert informed you of the methods to break the array, and we headed inside. Spirit Fox, White Beast, who dares to trespass into my master's cave? Upon entering the cave, you see the White Fox. You must be the White Fox that HUMUNGOUS talked about. We talked the story, and the fox became very sad. Froststar, even the cloud-swallowing saint, is no match for my master. How could he fail in the tribulation? Yep. This cave was originally left by the owner to protect me. He said that with my level of cultivation, it would be dangerous for me to wander around. And when I break through deity transformation... never mind, he's talking about us. When we break through deity transformation and reach the tribulation, we can eat a pill. Yep. You better find your master. Thank you. No worries. I can only do so much. You've arrived in a room filled with books and jade scrolls. As you approach, you see the crane beak needle technique, the flying needle, and the flying crane technique. Being able to create such a profound divine skill, he is definitely an expert. The flying crane, yep. Interesting. Then we have a strong scent of medicinal herbs. Following that pill fragrance, we saw a large tripod with 3 legs. Above the large tripods there are 7 colored clouds. Yeah, like a truly magnificent alchemy room. You opened the lid of the furnace and a dazzling round rainbow pill popped out. But like it wanted to escape, like it has a consciousness of its own, and we grasped it and carefully examined it in our hand. Could it be the legendary tribulation pill, truly deserving of its 6th grade classification? It already formed spiritual patterns. The damage dealt to you by the lightning tribulation is reduced by 10%. Non-stackable. It's the one of a kind you can obtain of this, so I would always recommend doing the quest line in the way I did it, where you spare the jellyfish. This is too helpful, the minus 10% damage. Other things, we have arrived at a strange quiet room. Although it's not quite like really a quiet room, it's a spacious room perfect to practice martial arts. In the entire quiet room, only a jade scroll emitting a red glow floated in the air. Huh. Like, let's try to approach it with soul sense, but we could not figure it out. You try to use their spiritual power to suck it into your hand, but it's not affected. Let's reach out and grab it. And in the instant the jade scroll was touched, it bizarrely disappeared, only to reappear in another corner of the quiet room. Huh, what's the mystery behind it? Let's try to chase it. You activate your mobility technique, boosting your speed to the limit. However, as your speed increases, the technique's duration diminishes at an even faster rate. After repeating this process for several hours, we managed to increase our mobility proficiency and can almost break through to the next level. We obtain enlightenment crane foot, which is, since we've always had this earth technique as a movement skill, we now have a heaven skill for movement. Obviously I need to upgrade it, but we learn to walk in the air. Very cool. We are definitely leaving here. Can we even re-enter this place? Nope. But just to show you the difference, here we can see we are standing on a sword, and this new technique allows us to fly in the air and we disappear, almost like teleporting, etc. But now we've dealt with the deep Hell Sea, so we'd head over to the deep Black Sea. Okay, here we are, and we even have 90% exploration already. So with a few simple events, there you go. First time, you hear the sound of cultivators chanting. You restrained yourself a bit, and when you walked closer, they still did not notice you. Venerable of the Hall of Souls. How much longer do we have to stay in this godforsaken place that's literally in the middle of nowhere? The Grand Elder's 10,000 soul banner reportedly already had 8,000 souls before it came. If we can collect 500 more souls, then it will be enough. Currently we've collected 400 souls. It will only take a few more years. Well, if it continues at the pace when I first arrived, it would be fine. But in recent times, not a single soul has been found. Hello guys, may I ask where the Grand Elder is currently located? Would it be possible for you to introduce me to him? Everyone is surprised. They totally didn't notice your breath. Senior, may I ask what important matters brings you to seek the Grand Elder? Well, I'm naturally here to stop him and not harm any more living beings. Just with your mere soul-detaining formation, who knows how many resentful spirits you've harmed. As you spoke, you casually struck and shattered the soul-detaining formation. And several Shenian stones dropped in the formation, so you picked them up. This is something that we... Senior brother, don't act impulsively. Our opponent is a deity transformation cultivator. It's not within our ability to handle. Well, if Senior wishes to have a conversation with the Grand Elder, I will definitely lead the way. Plus 100! Because we are a deity, we love it. And there it is. And you can see it is a massive banner already. I didn't mean to head into this jellyfish, whatever. Hello, do you want to enter the island? Absolutely do we want to. Myriad Soul's Palace Great Elder. With the help of a guide, we quickly arrived at the location of the Grand Elder. I saw a cultivator with a purple veil sitting cross-legged in the center of a high-level gathering spirit array, refining a giant flag. The word 10,000 or 1 was written on it prominently. After seeing you, she stopped what she was doing and stood up to give you a bow. Okay, sorry, I did not mean to skip that dialogue. I didn't mean to skip it further, wait a second. Here we are again. I had to actually play a lot of it again, since the autosave actually just screwed me over. But here we are, hello! Now wait for the auto-translator to translate. I've never met you, I don't know, Senior, what's your point of coming here? I ask you, have you set up a multiple arrays in the deep black sea to harm innocent spirits? Well, they were already dead people to begin with. I'm just utilizing them. May I ask where I offended you? Well, you didn't offend me. It's just about eliminating demons and protecting the way, I guess, to give those soul bodies peace. You pointed your finger at that flag she's holding. Are you collecting soul bodies to refine this flag? Yes, exactly. Since you harm living beings for the sake of refining this flag, as long as you hand it over and promise not to do it again, I will let you go. She lowered her head, her face darkened. Well, to this matter, this humble one will absolutely not agree. Do you know how important the 1000th soul banner is to me? No matter how important an evil artifact is, it's ultimately for one's own use. I don't know how many innocent souls you've sacrificed to refine this banner. Senior has misunderstood. There are a total of 9,528 souls in this 10,000 soul banner, none of which were obtained through infamy and killing innocent souls. And moreover, I am not refining this banner for my own use, but to revive my sister. Huh? This statement is beyond your expectations. Junior sister? Who's your sister? My sister and I have been siblings since we were young, cultivating for hundreds of years. Who would have thought that? Well, never mind, you've never seen her before, so you probably won't understand. What's up with your, 10,000 spirit hall? So you're saying the Myriad soul hall never kills indiscriminately and behaves like a righteous and upstanding sect? That is natural. Although we cultivate ghost and soul techniques, most of them are collected on the battlefield. We never indiscriminately kill innocents. Previously, my senior brother Jan, from the same generation as me, was expelled by the Palace Lord for being discovered to have killed and captured souls without permission. Lastly, your resurrection technique. Do you have a way of resurrection? My Myriad Souls Hall supreme method of resurrection is divided into two parts, upper and lower. The upper half can assist in the reconstruction of the physical body, while the lower half can assist in the recalling of this consciousness into that hollow physical body. If you master both the upper and lower parts, it's said you can resurrect those who have passed away. Unfortunately, the first half was stolen by a traitor in ancient times. Now all I have is the bottom half. Well, so you're saying your sister's physical body is still intact? Nope. Her body is no longer present. Well, how can you revive her then? Even if she cannot be reincarnated, as long as I can summon her consciousness, spiritual consciousness, I will be content. And how do you summon it? Upon hearing this question, she became alert. Senior, this matter involves the highest confidentiality of our Myriad Soul Hall. it's better for you not to inquire further. Well, how can I trust you if you don't provide a logical explanation? If you vow to not disclose it to others? Yeah. Alright, the second half is called the 10 Yama soul retrieval technique, and the 10,000 soul banner is a necessary item mentioned in it. Generally speaking, if consciousness dissolves, it will be forever gone. But the 10,000 soul returning technique can use the physical body as an anchor point to search within the 10,000 soul banner for similar fragments of consciousness, like to reassemble a similar consciousness. According to the historical records of this technique teaching, the spiritual consciousness formed through this method is indistinguishable from the person in terms of personality, preference, and morality. Yeah, can something like put together like this really be a survival? Never mind, let's not ask further about this. It seems she's not willing to give up the 10,000 soul banner. Let her go, sure. Fine, since you won't hand it over, I won't force you. However, there's still a matter I'm interested in. The upper half that you mentioned earlier, is it called Defying Good Fortune technique? How would you know? I don't know where to start with this. You roughly described the situation on Ghostland to her. Senior, if you obtained the technique of Defying Good Fortune, can you lend me a look? I am willing to exchange all of my possessions as exchange. Sure. I will wait here for your return. And instead, and that's like the third task, remember this one person said, if you decide not to help the Ghost Island owner at all, he will help us, and that's what we're doing. So let's head back to Ghost Island again. So here we are again. Do you want to enter Ghost Island? Absolutely. Hello, Soul Buddy 1. I am here to abandon the mission. But he quickly recovered this smile. Hello, I am here to abandon the mission. I have no interest in this matter. They just accept it easy enough. And what's up with you? What exactly is the plan here? Can you enlighten me? Since you've already declined the quest, I trust fellow Daoist, and it's okay to speak about it. What secrets does the Island Lord have? The Island Master claims that this island has been passed down from ancient times, which is a lie. Actually, Ghost Island was not passed down from ancient times, but was created by the Island Master. And what is he trying to cover up? He's trying to cover up the true origin of the Cyclone. If the Cyclone was created by the Island Master, would anyone believe the nonsense that the Cyclone was created for the purpose of cultivating the soul body? Well, what's this purpose? I'm afraid he wants to use these soul bodies to help him collect those Shen-In stones. On the island, not only do secret arts require the exchange of those stones, but cultivating near the Cyclone also requires the payment of Shen-In stones. And have you thought about why he needs so many? The Cyclone itself does not require the use of Shen-In stones. In my opinion, there must be some extremely Yin treasures hidden within this hurricane, and the island owner has collected so many Shen-In stones most likely to nourish that treasure. Do you know anything about the treasure? Nope. However, today is different from before. If you are willing to help, there may be a chance to explore the Cyclone. Oh? I was born with the Yin absolute veins. If I don't find some opportunities, I'm afraid I will not be able to make a breakthrough. So I won't let go of any opportunity. Sure. How do we approach it? As long as you are willing to help me, I have a way to hold back those soul bodies. At that point, you only need to sneak into the vortex. What are the benefits? After the matter settled, I will definitely not forget your help. I have always been blessed with talented individuals and precious treasures. I believe many of them are useful to you. Let us promise him. Sure, I'll make an exception and help you. Thank you. As he spoke, he took out a black stone bead from a storage pouch. This is the Avoid Yin Pearl. Like, hold this to ward off the Yin Chi. If you are prepared, like, dive directly into the Yin Cyclone. Sure. Sure. Nonetheless, a commotion was stirred up not far away, catching everyone's attention, and you took this opportunity to sneak into the vortex. The Yin Chi was so dense inside the cyclone, it seemed to be on the verge of condensing into a liquid. We wielded this like Avoid Yin Chi Pearl, and the Yin energy within the cyclone retreated from us. Instead, a space of about like 3 square meters emerged. Like, let's imagine 30. But it was this small space that eased your previously tense emotions a little. Following the gravity of the vortex, you arrived at its end. The Chi eye, like the eye of the cyclone, the eye of the tornado, like ended on a small hill, and we instead like went around it. Here was a pitch blackness, bone-chilling coldness. Has the Yin energy in this area all been sucked away? With the ability to cause such a great phenomenon in the world, it's definitely not an ordinary thing. Better be careful. Anything else? Old man, if there's any treasure, it must be in the eye of the cyclone. But this place is extremely strange. What should I do? Yep, there must be a spiritual object with heavy Yin energy in the middle of the eye. Use the Avoid Yin Pearl and take precautions. There shouldn't be a problem. There's like a massive like store or like pile of those Shenin stones. Stepping onto the mountain peak, you slowly make your way to the Chi Vortex. At the center of the Chi Vortex, a pitch black girl with white hair was practicing cultivation with her eyes closed. As soon as you entered the vortex, she looked at you. For a moment, you and her pure white eyes met, and your first reaction was that they were quite beautiful. Mysterious girl, ghost. Hello? The stiffness brought about by the shock only lasts for a moment and you regained your senses. Originally, a young girl was cultivating here. I accidentally intruded and offended her. I apologize and hope you can forgive me. Although she appears to be a young girl, it's unlikely she truly is so. Bashfully, please don't take offense. It's just been a long time since someone has talked to me, so I'm feeling a bit out of practice. If you want to chat, that's fine too. But I don't know what's your name. Why are you cultivating alone here? Me? Shyly, she says. My second sister calls me Ghost. You can also call me Ying-Er. I, along with my second and third younger sister, cultivate together. It wouldn't be considered just being one person and alone, right? Second sister? Isn't there only you here? Your original intention was just to probe a bit, but a moment of silence after you asked this question made you afraid. Calmly, I am her second sister. May I ask who you are and why you are here? After a brief moment of silence, Ghost's expression and tone changed completely. Could it be like a legendary split consciousness? I just happened to pass by and was curious about it, so I came down to take a look. If it affects you, I won't bother you anymore. And now we are back in the first personality. Shyly, second sister, why are you being so ferocious? We have someone to finally talk to and you're scaring them away. Calmly, even so, we must first understand their background. Otherwise, if this person had initially struck us, we would have fallen into a passive position. The extreme dense yin energy in this area is extremely dangerous for ordinary people. You must be lying that you are taking such risks out of curiosity. Well, fellow Daoists, if you don't believe me, I will leave. Huh? You want to leave without explaining yourself? If you are planning something against us, won't we be letting the tiger return to the mountain? The smell of gunpowder is already tense. We find ourselves in a dilemma. Do we tell the truth or do we muddle along? Let's just tell the truth. Never mind, she doesn't seem like a wicked person. You told her everything truthfully, from seeing the soul body to Nonya's suspicion. Second sister, what she said is really interesting. It doesn't seem like she's lying. It's true that if it were a lie, it would be difficult to explain it in such detail. But this extremely yin object is crucial to us. Your plan may be in vain. Oh, modestly, with so many black stones, Shenin stones, won't we give some to others? Although that may be the case, with one more piece of stone, there will be one more opportunity for ascension in years. If we don't seize this opportunity, we'll have to sit in cultivation for tens of thousands of years again. If you don't find it boring, just give a few pieces away. Let us listen to our second sister. Sorry. It's alright, this Shenin stone is useless to me. But what's up with the tens of thousands of years you mentioned? Yeah, as a deity you can live like 2,500 years. And they are living multiple tens of thousands of years? This is our secret. Don't pursue it further. Huh? Second sister, everyone already has shared their own stories, but we haven't told them anything. Our second sister is very nice. She's just too cautious. Actually, this number of 10,000 years refers to the cycle of lunar eclipses. Whenever a lunar eclipse occurs, the yin energy also reaches its peak, and we can take advantage of this to do many things. Our third sister succeeded in a breakthrough to deity transformation by taking advantage of a lunar eclipse. So, does that mean you've stepped into deity transformation for at least tens of thousands of years? Indeed, our second sister has been preparing for ascension for a long time. I feel much more relaxed now. All I need to focus on is cultivation. After 1,000 years, even an ordinary deity would face the tribulation. How did you manage to avoid it? Yeah, we probably touched the bottom line. If we follow common sense, it should be so. However, we can't rely on common sense. It's best for you to ask as little as possible. Otherwise, if you were to call out a third sister, fellow Daoists may find it difficult to leave with their whole body intact. Will we continue to ask questions? Now we probe carefully. Can't be analyzed by common sense. Can it still be called human? Or perhaps you were never a human to begin with. You vaguely guess something, but if you ask directly, it may cause trouble. Under this circumstance and scenery, you come up with a subtle and probing method. It's okay, let's not talk about this. Shall I tell Ying or a story? Oh, sure. Of course, this story goes back a long time ago. Legend has it that before any cultivators on Pongsha Island, there was a spiritual sparrow. The first thing it saw when it was born was not its parent, but a golden pong in the sky. And coincidentally, the color of the spiritual sparrow is identical to that golden pong, so it firmly believes itself to be a golden pong. Therefore, from a young age, it flew like a golden pong, cultivating, hunting for food, and playing with other young golden pongs. The spiritual sparrow is so cute, I like it. But that spiritual sparrow is ultimately not a golden pong. This kind of relation is probably difficult to maintain, huh? Yep, second sister understood the allusion in my words. Yes, the spiritual sparrow is ultimately not a golden pong. As time passed, the gap in size and strength between them grew larger, and along with it came more and more problems. Eventually, the spiritual sparrow was pushed out by the golden pongs. The spiritual sparrow was very sad, but as the only spiritual sparrow on Pongsha Island who could cultivate, it believed it would definitely find a way out. Since the problem was with its body size and strength, it decided to go to the Langfang Sea and learn from the strongest Kun clan to cultivate and improve its growth. After all the hard work and effort spent in learning, its size and strength had become the same as a regular golden pong. It thought to itself now, the golden Golden Pungs should be able to accept me, right? Even though they are not the same race, the reason they refused you from the start is quite simple. However, in the end, the spiritual sparrow failed to achieve its goal. I don't know how Yinga views the spiritual sparrow. The spiritual sparrow is too pitiful. Since it's the same size and strength as the golden pung, why can't it be a golden pung too? And the second sister says, although the ending is like that, is it really wrong for a spiritual sparrow to aspire to become a golden pung? While it's true to think like this, if the spiritual bird can never transform into a golden pung, then why not return to being a spirit bird and experience the joy of being one? Well, facing this problem goes contemplated for a moment. In my opinion, no, says the second sister. How can this spiritual sparrow integrate into the original sparrow clan when it's already like a golden pung? Even if it were accepted, its age would be like an eternal existence for ordinary spirit birds. How can it find food, play, laugh, and experience the joy of being a spirit bird? After listening to the second sister's words, you suddenly become tongue-tied. Is this the world they see? As an eternal existence? The story is something you made up on the spot. No one could have heard it before. But the second sister's words make you feel like she understands the spirit bird situation more than you do. Just as you were trying to understand her thoughts, she spoke again. Moreover, this spiritual sparrow might be able to transform into a golden pung. Huh? How do you know? If the spiritual sparrow can imitate everything from appearance to sound as the golden pung, it might be able to deceive the golden pung. Huh? How did she come up with this? Can't figure it out. So you mean as long as she's like willing to turn into a golden pung, it can turn into a golden pung. Yes, since the spiritual bird has already put in so much effort, how can it still be willing to give up without trying? As long as there's a glimmer of hope, you should keep trying. As for the answer, it will be revealed in due time. You hear the determination in her tone. Well, since that's the case, how exactly did this spiritual sparrow transform into golden pung? I must bear witness to it. Okay, it's a deal. As for the ending, I'll see you next time. Let's meet in the future. After saying goodbye, you return back to the ground. Fortunately, the commotion caused by Narnia hasn't ended yet, and you took the opportunity to slip out. Old man, do you think she can succeed? Well, regarding like ascension and the heavenly tribulation, I know very little. But if one wishes to accomplish such a task, it can be only described as extremely difficult. If you're curious, come back and see for yourself. After the commotion had ended, that like one guy couldn't help but sneak over. Senior, have you found any treasures? Nope. There is nothing valuable, only the opportunity to see a person. A person? You roughly narrated the situation. This time, thank you for your efforts. He sighed again and fell silent. Since it has been determined there isn't a treasure, thinking about it is useless. Well, what connection does this person have with the Island Master's plan? Well, Senior, do you know the principle behind the Island Lord's resurrection secret arts? Nope. It happens that it needs to be used when other cultivators ascend. I originally thought this was just a gimmick that the Island Lord used to control other bodies, but it seems like it's the truth. Wait, what do you mean? The Island Master's waiting for her to ascend that day? Yes, the time for the resurrection is exactly 379 years later. Huh. Yeah, you fell silent. In short, I've told everything I know. Since there's no other benefit, I'll leave. Yep, see you later. We obtained a rumor. Witness 78 years. Sure, we now did this, and let us exchange this technique. Thank you. He respectfully handed it over. Originally, this technique requires the assistance of a cultivator's ascension to be performed. Exactly, and that's why you want me to ascend right here. Are you prepared? Well, in 379 years, someone will ascend here. If you're interested, feel free to come and see for yourself. Yeah, there's no need to stay here any longer. Instead, we will head over to the deep Black Sea and finish that quest over there. Like giving her that second half of the technique. Hello, hello, yes, we are back. I am ready to give you this technique part. I did get it. Here you go. And like her soul sense swept over it, her expression changing from excitement and anticipation to disappointment. I didn't expect the conditions to be so harsh. In no time, she calmed down again and took something out of her storage pouch. And is this like a scar or something, like this 1 pixel right there? Senior, and on behalf of myself, you have found a treasure for me. Please accept these items. After receiving the storage pouch, you found all kinds of items within it. Do you have any plans for the future? Even if the hope is faint, I want to resurrect her. If I'm not mistaken, you also want to revive the soul body within your sword. Yep. Since everything has come to an end, we can leave. To be honest, I could even invite her to my ascension, but, well, it's not possible. We obtain a lot of stuff, okay? Look at this, wow. Divine Heart Pill, Divine Purity Pill, some tier 6 material, the Defying Good Fortune technique, and now I believe it's waiting time. We did most of the events we can do for right now, and it's now until year 750 where the next quest continues, which means I can deal with the Great Void Dimension, learn some of those arts. I can also go ahead and like get my cultivation level to a higher stage, etc. So I'll be ending the episode right here. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, make sure you're subscribed to not miss the next episode, and see you guys. Have a great day.